What's going on, guys? This is Antoine Robinson. I'm back with another video today because my garden is completely kaput for the most part for the winter. I've got some stuff growing out there, but not a whole lot to show you guys. And so what I wanted to do during the fall is do some cooking videos. And so make sure you like this video if you like this type of content. Today I'm just going to do a very easy creamy cheesecake. And so this is a very simple recipe, but it makes a very, very delicious cheesecake. And so I want to show you guys how I do it. I blitz some graham crackers in my Ninja mixer, which does a very good job bringing these down. I also take about a half a cup of butter. I mix it in here with the graham crackers, and then I also add in a quarter cup of sugar. And once you mix all that in there, you just mix it around. You just want to try to incorporate as much as you can. Probably helps a little better if you have a bigger bowl than I'm using here, but this works for what I'm trying to accomplish here. And then once I have everything kind of mixed out, I will go ahead and put the graham crackers into a springform pan that I have here. When you just pour all the graham crackers in there, and then you just smooth the graham crackers around into this springform pan. And what I like to do is just really get these down. You just really want them to have a very, very flat surface. And so you can use a measuring cup or a glass and really tamp these down. And once you have your graham crackers tamped down, then you can stick this in the oven. I'll stick it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then while I have it going in the oven, I'll go ahead and make the mix. All right, now that I have the graham crackers going into the oven here, it'll stay in there for about 10 minutes. I've got it at 350 degrees, and then we'll take a look at that. But until then we've got to do the actual cheesecake mixture. And so what I have is 4 blocks of cream cheese that we'll be using here. And you can do this the easy way or you can do it the hard way. I just like to go ahead and just dump them all into a bowl. And then you can use a stand mixer, which I have, but I love doing a hand mixer instead of the big stand mixer. And so the hand mixer is just a lot more fun. And so let's go over here and then we can use the hand mixer. And so we have 4 blocks of cream cheese. We also have 1 cup of sugar. And then what we'll do is with that 1 cup of sugar, we will slowly incorporate 4 eggs. And so with the cream cheese and the eggs, you want to try to have them room temperature. And so I really let the cream cheese and the eggs sit out for a couple hours, and then I'll use that and incorporate it into my dish. And all you do is just take it, you want to have it on a low speed until you get everything starting to mix. And then what you want to do as things are mixing, go ahead and start adding your eggs. And the good thing about this is by the time this mix is pretty much together, the graham cracker should be done. The only downside about using hand mixers is sometimes these things don't want to stay in here like they're supposed to. Let's get another one since that one doesn't want to cooperate. Just little by little, add in your eggs as you go. You can just dump everything in here, but what I find out is that it just mixes so much better when you add everything little by little like this. I normally even add the sugar in normally, just little by little, but this is just such an easy recipe that I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time with it. And so I'm just knocking down the sides, and then we'll keep mixing. One more egg. When you're dealing with eggs, you want to try to keep everything clean, so take all of that and throw it away. And you really just want to mix this until it's nice and even. I'll take a break and then knock the sides in because you really just want to make sure you get out any lumps, and you don't want any lingering egg laying around in the mixture. Nobody wants scrambled eggs in their cheesecake. This looks pretty good, and so what we want to do is add a teaspoon or a tablespoon of imitation vanilla extract. Not a requirement, but it just does add a very good vanilla flavor to your cheesecake. You can do this to taste. I like a lot of vanilla flavor in mine. You can just do a teaspoon if you want to, but I like a lot of vanilla. Tamp down the sides one more time. Okay. Then we have a nice cheesecake mixture. We pull the graham crackers out and they're just a nice golden brown. And what we'll do is we'll let the graham crackers chill for a little while, and then we'll come back and we'll put the mixture in, and then we'll throw it in the oven. We'll put it up to 375, and then we'll throw it in the oven, and it'll be in there for about 50 minutes. So I'll be back when I put the mixture in. All right, once your graham crackers are cooled down, you can take your mixture and go ahead and start ladling it into the springform pan here. All right, and once you have it in your springform pan, there's a couple ways that we can cook this. One of the most popular ways is to do the double boiler method, where you wrap the springform pan in aluminum foil, and then you can fill in your pan with water. That does a great job of using steam to keep your cake nice and moist and to prevent it from cracking. I really don't like doing that, and so I just will put this in the oven just like this. I'm not really concerned about any cracking or anything. A lot of times I'm topping my cheesecake with cream or something, and so I'm not really concerned with any cracking. But just keep an eye on your cheesecake while you're cooking it, and then that way you can kind of minimize any cracking or anything that goes on. A lot of times these springform pans aren't waterproof, and so what you want to do is just have something underneath to keep any liquids from coming out of the bottom of the cake, because when liquids come out, then it gets in your oven, and then that's pretty nasty. And so what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the oven, and then we'll put it in there for about 50 minutes. I'll check it about 35-40 minutes and see how it looks, but then hopefully here in the next 50 minutes we'll have a nice wonderful cheesecake. Right, the cheesecake has been in the oven for about 50 minutes. Once it gets down to the end, I shut the oven off for about 20 minutes and let it rest before we can take it out. And what we have is a wonderfully cooked New York style cheesecake. I love these things because they're super delicious, nice and creamy, and it's just super easy to make. You can do this in a couple hours, no problem. Not a whole lot of mess, not a whole lot of cleanup afterwards. And then what I'll do is I'll just take this, it'll sit on the counter for about an hour, then I'll stick it in the fridge overnight just to make sure that it sets nicely. But it should have like a nice little jiggle to it, but that's about it. Just a little jiggle in the middle means it's nice and cooked. And then, I'll stick it in the fridge, and then it'll really set overnight. Really, if you stick it in the fridge for a couple hours, it'll be good to eat. But I like to put it in there for overnight, and then I will eat it tomorrow, sometime maybe lunch or for dinner. And so, well, this is how we make a nice, easy, creamy cheesecake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've never made a cheesecake, I highly encourage you to give it a try. Super delicious and super easy to make. If you have any questions, by all means, put them in the comments. I love to connect with you, and just let me know what other desserts you would love for me to make. I love making cheesecake, blueberry, lemon, strawberry, peach, just all different types of cheesecakes. But there's so many other things that I love to make as well. And so if you have any videos or any desserts that you want to see me make, just put them in the comments, and then I'll see if I can add it into my cooking schedule. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.